All right. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is John Wayne here with the second match of the Expert League Division B. Looking forward to seeing how this goes. We have a match here between MikeTmikee and Beuca. So as you just saw in the last match, congratulations to the Beast who defeated Dance to 3-0. A couple overtimes in there, so very close matches. Very well played by both players. Hoping for something very similar here. Yes, this is pre-recorded, but the commentary is live. None of us have seen this at all yet. Looking forward to seeing what we have here. So both players on the list of pre-liked levels going through. They have the first one ready to go. 15 minutes on the timer for the first of 3 rounds. I don't believe either player here was in the Season 2 Endless Expert League either. So this is the first time either of them has been in this type of format. SMW spin jump level to start with. Pretty traditional speedrun, it looks like so far. Both players making it through. No issues on either side so far. Some dry bones, some wigglers. It seems like just lots of spin jumps for a speedrun. Just with all the different kinds of enemies that you're allowed to spin jump across. No real variation in format here. Both players making it through. Nice pow at the end if you want to collect all the coins. Ooh, we got a boom boom fight. Both players take the pow through to kill it in one hit though. And a nice cape to celebrate getting to the goal. Mike and Beuca both with a clear to start out in the gate. Beuca with a very slight lead though. You can see a few seconds on the right, just ahead of Mike, but very close by both players. Still 14 minutes left. This could be a high clearing round. It's very important they're both one-shotting these levels, though. Deaths, especially if you get 30 seconds a minute into a level and aren't able to one-shot it, it can take you a long while to catch back up to that. Very precise tech level here we've got. Looks like you have to jump and twirl without going above that second set of clouds. Beuca times out on his first attempt. Mike, you see, following in his footsteps, just behind. Got to build up quite a bit of momentum, jump above those note blocks. If you go too low, you get bonked back up. Go too high, you end up on top of the clouds. It's a very tight jump. Oh, Beuca finally makes it on his third attempt, I believe. That's his second clear now. Goes up 2-1 over Mike right now. Moves on to the third one. Oh, Mike gets his second clear. Barely manages to make it through over those music blocks and takes the world record on it. Nice work by him. Both players now on the third level. Beuca with a slight lead. He's gotten a chance to look at the level a little bit. Nice puzzle we've got here. See P-switch doors, regular doors, which might just be used to reset the level. A nice coin in the question block. Oh, Mike finds a hidden shelmet. Beuca decides, no, I'm out. Uses his first of 3 skips, doesn't want to do it. Mike breaking some blocks with that spiny shelmet, though. Not entirely sure if you're supposed to do that. You may need what was in that question block. Beuca taking his skip, going to a level just Diffy Seal. Nice auto-scroller and new suit. Mike deciding he doesn't want to play it either. Neither of the players really enjoying the puzzle levels here. Reminder, both players are on 2 points right now, 2-2. Beuca just with a slight lead in this auto-scroll, so no matter what Mike does, he's not going to be able to catch up. Unless Beuca dies, like he does right there. You can't go through this level as fast as you want. Auto-scroll kind of dictates the pace for you. Oh, Mike using his second skip in a row. He's only got 1 left. Beuca sticking with it, makes his way into the pipe. Oh no, I apologize. Mike did not use his skip. I thought he had hit exit course. He just hit start over. Beuca makes his way through the subworld pretty cleanly. Nice quick subworld. Jumping quite a bit to make sure he doesn't fall down on that donut. Still got his mushroom. Mike misses the pipe and gets on the other side of it. Doesn't quite make it in though. I think that was the first time he'd gotten to the spike, so he may not have known he couldn't go past it. Grabs the mushroom again. Still having a little trouble getting in that subworld. Oh, but he's looking for cheese. He's not going in the subworld. He's trying to go over. The sun does not like that strategy, though. Meanwhile, on the right, Beuca, you see, spin jumping across on the big bonsai bills, making it to the goal. Beuca now with 3 clears. Mike still with 2. Mike actually does skip it this time. Does not make it to the end after finding that the cheese across the top does not work. Only about 5 minutes in at this point. At this pace, Beuca will end with 9, Mike will end with 6. Let's see if they can change their rates. Nice don't touch the ground level here. Mike with a slight lead in this level, but Beuca with a little lead on the score. Ooh, very precise cloud section. Gotta go quickly before that cloud falls out from under you. If the cloud falls, you end up on the ground, you lose the clear condition. Nice one shot there from Mike, though. Up to 3 clears. Beuca takes a death and has to start it over. Takes another one almost immediately, going straight into the Koopa. You can see the frustration on his face when he hit it. Alright. Mike now with a clear condition level. Reach the goal after grabbing all 1 coin. So it's an all, not an at least. You gotta find the 1, and there's 20 seconds to do it. And he lucks his way into the hidden block at the beginning of the level. You can see him shaking his head there. He knows that was entirely luck he found that. Very nice, quick clear for Mike on the left, while Beuca finally makes his way through the don't land level on the right. 1 additional clear each. Let's see if Beuca can find that hidden block just as quickly as Mike did. Mike's got a level, reach the goal as Fire Mario. We know where the hidden block's at. Beuca's already passed it. He's going to run to the end, figure out he can't get it, and time out on this, I believe. Mike loses his clear condition on the left. He's going to continue with the level, at least learn what's up ahead. Maybe there's another Fire Flower later on. We'll have to find out. Beuca thinking, doesn't want to spend time finding the hidden coin. Both players now with 2 skips, though. Mike with a bit of a lead. They're both in the same level. Mike's playing it over, looking around, doesn't see another Fire Flower, so he knows he's going to have to take this all the way to the end. Both players now at the beginning of the level, but Mike with a bit more of the lore than Beuca. Let's see, both players, very similar. We got off track a little bit. Both players were on different levels for a while, but now you've got both in the same spot. We'll see how this works out. Beuca taking the pipe that Mike found out was not correct a little bit earlier. Going back in, he knows it's the other pipe now. Mike using the lovely trick with Bowser Jr. where you just keep him next to a wall, spin jump on his head, and it's basically a free kill. You don't even have to touch it. Both players very cautious with their Bowser Jr. kills, though. You saw Mike do it on the left, Beuca's doing it on the right. They get that first hit in with the fireballs, not with the jump, because the clear condition is to keep the Fire Flower. Oh, Mike doesn't just rest on the skull platform, taking it to the end. He tries to jump on it, jump around and stay planted, but he can't do it. He falls off. Beuca now on the same challenge. He's choosing not to jump at all. As long as he stays on these tracks, he's good. Mike back at the Bowser Jr. fight while Beuca finds the exit pipe. Is this the goal? It is. Beuca takes his 5th clear. He's now up 1 over Mike. Mike's got the key again. He's got the skull platform back. He knows what to do this time. Let's see if he can get his 5th clear in as well. Remember, both players on 2 skips as well. Mike's still jumping around on that platform. You don't have to move at all. Just stand there, take it to the end, and you get basically a free passage to the goal. I think he learned his lesson, though. He stopped jumping. He's riding it. He's at the pipe. Beuca's got an interesting clear condition on the left. Reach the goal while holding a Koopa shell as Mike finally finishes his level, makes it in. 5-5 now, all tied up with 6 minutes to play. That's not a clear condition you see very often. Make it to the goal while holding a Koopa shell. We'll have to see how Beuca does with it, where he finds the Koopa. Doesn't find it. Makes it to the end, but there's nothing there. He starts over. He's not using his final skip just yet. Lots of copters in this level, so it doesn't seem like it's too terrible in terms of power-ups. Beuca finds one of the doors leads to another. You can see the Koopa there at the beginning, on both players' screens. Just need the key to get in that door. Alright, Beuca finds it. Finds the key. He knows the key door's at the end next to the flagpole. Off to see what Mike does. Finds the same thing Beuca did at the start, as Beuca dies off with the key, but he knows what to do now. It's just a matter of execution. Mike still has to figure out how to make it through the level. Mike taking the lower path this time, finding the key. Both players with it now, Beuca making it past that tight spike area. Still gotta make it through all this without taking damage, and he does. He's got another copter for his efforts. He should be able to go straight in the key door and get the Koopa shell. Mike just behind him. Remember, both players on the same number of clears, and you can see they're only a couple seconds apart. This is a very close match by both players. Beuca jumping into the goal, immediately followed by Mike. 6 clears apiece, just under 5 minutes to play. This is what we like to see. This is a really tight match. Neither player's had much of a lead so far. Beuca got out to a slight one at one point with 3-2. I think he had an additional skip over Mike as well. But Mike's done a very nice job bringing it back. That hidden block at the beginning of that 20-second run was great. I'm sure Beuca wouldn't think so, but it played out very well for Mike. 3D world level. I think this is the second one of these we've had. Not a lot of SMB3 or SMB1 levels. Seems to be largely SMW and New Soup so far. A lot of hazards in play here. Waiting on some blink blocks now on Beuca's side. Mike trying to see if he can find his way up to that on-off switch to make things a little bit nicer. I think he's trying to super jump. For those curious, a super jump is basically a double frame perfect input. It was patched out of the game, but it lets you jump one additional block higher than a normal spin jump. But it looked like Mike was trying to get one off there. Beuca can see the goal on the right. Can't go in the clear pipe because there's ice blocks guarding it. You won't be able to go under those in the water either. He's just got to find his way past that clear pipe wall. Ooh, interesting. You can see both players coming to the same section from opposite sides. Beuca goes in the warp box on the right and runs to the left. Mike is coming from the left, going to that same warp box heading right. Two very, very different approaches to this level, but Beuca ends up much, much closer to the key door as a result of it. Let's see where it takes him. He's got the on-off switches off, over the top of the level. And he's at the end. Beuca with clear number 7. Mike getting held up a little bit by these blink blocks, but if he can do what Beuca just did, he'll have his 7th clear in just a moment. They patched out super jumps in, I believe it was patch 1.1, so back in October or something like that. They have gotten rid of super jumps, though. Alright, a lot of clear condition levels today. We've had coin clear conditions, we've had fire flower clear conditions, we've had don't leave the ground clear conditions, and now Beuca's got a don't take damage. We even had to hold the Koopa shell on. Very, very heavy on clear conditions this match from both players. Mike does manage to get the clear, tying it up at 7-7. Now he's entering the same level as Beuca. Again, back with the new soup. Beuca trying to go over the top. He does. No need to find that key. Just cheesing nicely over the top, spin jumping off the piranha plants to get number 8. Just under 2 minutes left. We're getting very close here. All levels have a world record under 1:30. Beuca may or may not have time to get the next one. You can see on his screen it's got an under 4-second clear. On the left, Mike gets hit by one of the bullet bills coming out of the launcher. Not quite able to make it to the end, but he does find the key, so he knows how to make it this time. But because he wasn't allowed to take damage, he has to restart. He lost his clear condition, but he knows how to do it now. He should be able to get his 8th clear in the remaining minute. Beuca goes into a troll block that kills him off immediately. Mike goes into key door on the flagpole, and we're tied at 8. If neither player is able to beat this level in the next minute, or neither one clears the next one as Beuca takes his third and final skip. Then we will go into overtime. I'm not aware of this glitch, if you guys know about it. Chat seems to think that was a glitch level Beuca had. But now, he goes into what looks like an SMB1 title screen remake. Not even seeing any changes yet. Let's see if Mike knows the glitch. It doesn't appear so. He ends up in that same warp box and ending up killed there. Beuca making it just to the flagpole with under 30 seconds left, but dies off. So yeah, Beuca's going through the title screen level. Mike's still very much invested in this glitch level, trying to make it to the end. Oh, and Beuca dies off to the Goombas at the top. We are tied 8-8 as time runs out for both players. Beuca did make it to one further level, but he used an additional skip to get there. We are going into overtime. Overtime, in this case, means both players will go down their list of levels, pick the first one that neither player has played yet, and they will both go through it at the same time. Whoever clears that level first wins. It's as simple as that. So Beuca will go down his list to the next level. You can see they're talking to each other. Now they're realizing time's up. They're both tied 8 clears apiece. They know they have to do the overtime. Beuca's still continuing his. Alright, let's see what kind of level we get. Beuca's still going. I'm not sure if he knows that he's supposed to stop and swap to the new level, or if he thinks overtime is to finish this one. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's just pure determination. I get like that in some of these levels sometimes. You really want to beat these. He got so close to that flagpole and knows he just has to get in there. Alright. Beuca leaves his course, couldn't quite make it to the end. We're going into overtime now. Both players will pick the next level that neither of them have done yet. These are decently high clears for them to be at. I mean, in the last match you saw some of the clears when we went into overtime were 6-6. This is 8-8. These are very good clears from both these players. So this is going to be a very intense match. I have high hopes for the next 2 rounds as well. You can see both players talking, trying to figure out which one the next one neither of them has seen is. Beuca has seen basic map speedrun, so even though Mike has not, they're not going to do basic map speedrun. They're going to do the one after that. Looks like they've got it figured out. They know which match they're doing. Fairly high clear rate, actually, for this, 6.52. You saw the one Beuca just did had a clear rate around 2%. This one's decently high. 13-second world record, too. We may have a very fast overtime here. Let's see which one does it quicker. SMW. Reach the goal after grabbing at least 7 coins. Alright. Looks like... Ooh, hitting that P-switch. Maybe a good idea, maybe not. Looks like you did need it. Beuca hopping across the P-switch blocks, making it to the end very quickly, takes the win. Grabs the coins at the end. As you see Mike on the left, doesn't quite get that P-switch timing down. Very nice moves by Beuca to know exactly when to jump off that last block and float through that coin wall at the end. Oh, and he's less than a frame off the world record on that level too. You could probably take that if you wanted to. Nice work by Beuca though, taking the first round in overtime. 9-8 over Mike. Like I said, very high clears from both players though. I'm very excited to see what we have next. So for round 2, they'll keep going down the list. The next level, they'll start at the same spot. 15 minutes on the timer again, and we'll get into round 2. Yes, this is live. The match is pre-recorded, but commentary is live. No one has seen this before. This is the first time anyone has seen this, and no one knows what the outcome is except the players at this point. And remember, there is no bonus point this season for winning the most matches. We are going to be playing out all 3 rounds, even if Beuca wins this next one, because every round 1 is worth a point in the end. While we go off win-loss ratio, or win-loss, just first of all, when deciding who wins the league, points are the first tiebreaker. So even if Beuca takes the next one, Mike can still take the 3rd one. Interesting level looks like it's coming up. Don't touch the floor. And you can see there's a clear condition in the top right where you have that path symbol leading to the flag. Reach the goal without landing after leaving the ground. SMB1. Both players kicking it off, and here we go. Nice bouncing across the wigglers. Mike taking a little bit of time on the left to try and figure out what's going on. Beuca immediately taking a death. You saw a thwomp fly across the screen, potentially to hit the on-off switch. There it goes. Both players bouncing their way across. Beuca makes his way into the pipe, and Mike immediately follows. Beuca back into the main world, falling down into the claws. Mike immediately follows. Very, very close match here. Let's see. Looks like there's a bit of a retry pipe. So you have to dodge the fire as much as possible from the Bowsers. But if you need a way out, you can always go back in that pipe and reset the room. Seems to be a waiting room where you have to wait on the P-switch to come down. Beuca back at the start. Mike deciding it's not worth his time. He takes his first skip. Ooh, and we have a DGR level coming up for Mike. Gotta pay the trolls. Let's see how good the trolls are in this. It can't be the most elaborate trolls in the world, otherwise it'd be a super expert level. These are just expert ones everyone's playing. Let's see how many tries it takes him to get through it. Ooh, Mike hitting that P-switch, immediately triggering the trampolines underneath the cannons and sending him up into the ceiling. You can see waited out that timer, got the on-off switch triggered, and now goes in the pipe that was previously blocked. And it takes him right to the goal. Beuca doesn't use a skip. He's a little behind Mike in terms of level knowledge, but he's got the extra clear now. Mike deciding the troll level's not worth his time either, so he's got 2 levels now skipped. He does not have any clears yet. He has 1 remaining skip he's allowed to use, though. No, you cannot use a skip in overtime. Once both players are on the same level, it's whoever beats it first wins. Beuca taking his first shot at the troll level. Does not get clipped by the trampolines into the cannons, but immediately dies to the fish shooting out. He decides it's not worth his time either. Puzzle levels, troll levels, players never really seem to like playing those in this league. So both players now on the same level. Mike trying to keep those P-switches active, trying to get his clear on this one before Beuca's able to. He's got a slight lead in the level, but Beuca's got the slight lead in the clears. Beuca figuring out what kind of level it is as he gets to his first P-switch. Mike trying to keep his as long as possible so that way he can keep the bridge going and go as far as he can. You can see the end. He's got the mushroom to damage boost it. Both players damage boost across the end with the mushroom. Mike just a split second ahead of Beuca, but Beuca gets his second clear, Mike gets his first. Well played by both players on that level. Beuca very nicely coming through it. Manages to get through it a little bit quicker than Mike, so they're now both starting the next level at the same time, but Beuca with an extra clear over Mike. Not quite able to get that power up, but still with a slight lead as Mike takes the death to the fire bar, just clipping through the platform. Takes another one there. Beuca can't quite get that POW off in time to blow up the Munchers. Both players now back at the start. Mike on his 3rd attempt, Beuca dying again and now starting his 3rd. Neither player able to get that feather so far. We'll see if either one's able to do it. Beuca finally gets the feather. He's now got a damage boost. He immediately loses it. No more Tanuki suit for him, just a mushroom. Gets the POW off though. Mike making another attempt at it, gets the power up. Beuca doing a nice quick check of the world record there. You can see trying to psych himself up. Mike not using the POW to clear out the Munchers. He's just damage boosting his way through. interesting section here. Looks like the bombs are going to be blowing up the Goombas in the boots, I assume, to give a key. Yep, there's the key. Mike making his way over. He can see the bombs coming. Beuca back in the main world. Oh, needs both keys. You need both keys to make it to the end. He's got to start over. Mike figures that out very quickly, though. One bomb goes up top, one bomb goes to the bottom. He's going to get both keys. Oh no, he's not. Both bombs blow up, not hitting the Goombas. He can't beat the level. This is an interesting one, though, because looking at where those keys are at on the Goombas, if you can get in there and dodge the fire bar, you can get out. That one way does not prevent you from leaving the room. So if you can actually get in there and take those keys yourself, you actually can get it. You don't need the bombs to do it for you. Beuca taking that strategy, grabs both keys now, goes back down, grabs one key, going in the pipe. Now he can use the second one and be at the end of the level. Beuca will have his third clear in a second. Mike's still depending on the bombs. He's hoping they get it for him this time. They do. The bombs are reliable. Nothing the first time, but a double bomb blow up the second time. Mike's got his second key, goes in. He's now got his second clear to Beuca's third. Alright, another new soup level. A lot of these today. Maybe it's just me noticing them, but I feel like I've seen quite a bit of new soup. There's those new spike enemies that came out with the second patch. Beuca losing his mushroom to a rather blind Koopa there. Mike now starting off the level, getting the same mushroom. Beuca nicely using that donut to hit the on-off block with the Koopa, making it through the barrier. Mike taking damage to the same Koopa Beuca did. Both players remarkably similar performances in this level so far. Beuca dancing a little bit there. You can see trying to keep himself motivated. In a good mood. Always appreciated. Dies to that chain chomp though, unfortunately. Mike's still trying to get that on-off switch back. Beuca trying to work hard to save his mushroom. Not quite able to do it. Uses his skip. We'll see what Mike's able to do with it as Beuca moves on to the next level. Reach the goal in a Koopa Troopa car. Fun clear condition here. Mike playing this very cautiously, using some ground pound cancels on the left. Beuca's got to get out of this little gap. Oh, loses the car immediately. He's going to continue through the level and see if there's one near the end. Mike's still being very cautious. Nope, that's just a death pit of piranhas over there. Not much you can do about that. Mike's sticking with this one though, he's determined to get it. Beuca, I'm surprised, does not skip this one yet. Clown car clear conditions usually get skipped fairly quickly. Still bouncing his way to the end, Beuca trying to see if there's anything else. Mike's still got his power up as he makes his way in the subworld, but falls down immediately into a sea of chain chomps. Beuca does skip the level, decides that it's not worth his time. The clown car clear condition, or the Koopa car, excuse me, clear condition is going to be too much for him. Mike makes it to the checkpoint in the previous level. Reach the goal after defeating at least 3 piranha plants. No special mechanics needed here. 3D worlds, you can jump on the plants. Beuca immediately getting crushed though. Seems to be a troll level for killing these plants. What's in the warp box? Being put straight into a Thwomp's eyeball. Not the most pleasant place to be. Triggers the Thwomp on that one though. Mike trying to get through the platforming section here. Very tricky with those spike balls knocking the seesaw sideways though. So falling bombs, lots of... I don't even know how you make it through that without taking damage. Ooh. Dies off to the piranha plant as the skull platform gives out. Unsure which pipe you have to go in there. Maybe you yelp to the right. Could be either. Beuca's still missing a piranha plant as he makes it to the end of his level. searching around trying to find it. Mike takes damage again and dies off. That's a very tricky section. I'm not sure which part you're supposed to go into. I mean, you can jump off the bombs to kind of stall it a little bit, but there's still a lot of damage down there, and you have to wonder, do I have to go in a pipe that has a piranha plant in it? Do I not? Which one am I targeting here? Oh, he jumps off the right, and the flagpole was right there. As you see Beuca time out looking for that third piranha. So Mike now with his third clear. It took him a long while to get through that level. But they are now tied in clears. Mike will be starting his next one as Beuca skips and moves on to another new soup level. Let's see what the objective is here. 300-second level. Mike's still on that Koopa car level. We'll see if he's able to do it. Beuca finding all the cheese in the world, just going over the top of these levels. Trying to get over the top here even. He doesn't want to do pick a door. No one wants to do pick a door. Doesn't look like it kills you though. 7 out of 8 doors are right there, and you only have 8 in a world, meaning one of them will take you somewhere else, and none of them can lead to death. Mike using what I believe is his third and final skip to get rid of that clown car level. Or, I keep saying clown car. Koopa car level. He does not want to play it. Beuca finally makes his way over, finds the right door, gets the 4th clear. He's now up by 1 with under 4 minutes to play. Let's see. Beuca did skip this piranha plant level. I'm curious to see if Mike will be able to make his way through it. With a builder suit. Nice damage boost if needed. Might be required. We'll see as he makes his way through. Mike playing it very cautious. He knows that Thwomp's up there. He doesn't want to get crushed by it. He's trying to get to trigger the T-switch. There it goes. Second piranha down. Let's see if he can find the third one that Beuca couldn't. Beuca getting stalled out a little bit for those blink blocks. Gotta wait. Doing a very nice job keeping his builder suit though. Mike with a very nice find of that third piranha. Back in the main world. Let's see if he can make his way to the goal and tie it up. Both players seeming to clear different levels this time. I'm used to, similar philosophies, both players tending to skip the same levels, beat the same ones. In this case, it seems like they're very different, which ones they're actually making it through. Oh, Mike clearing it with 1 second left on the clock. If that cat suit wasn't there, he'd have run smack into that boom boom. Nice clear there by Mike to tie it up. 4-4. 2 minutes to go. Let's see if either player can get another clear. Beuca sliding to the end. Is this the goal? It is. Beuca does get his 5th clear. 2 minutes to go. Mike still has plenty of time to tie it up. Remember, world record of all these levels is under 1.5 minutes. So Mike still has time to do it. And Beuca did clear this level. This was the nice one that had lots of cheese over the top. Pick a door that doesn't kill you. Mike is in a very nice level right now. He certainly can clear it if he does this right. Oh, but he jumps to his death. He's seen it. He knows what's there now. You can see him thinking, scratching his beard a little bit. He knows what's coming. He knows how to beat it. Beuca going for clear number 6, has an SMB3 level on the right. Sees the 35-second world record, knows he has time to beat it if he can find his way through. Ooh, has to damage boost there. There's no way you're making that jump in 1. This would be super expert if you had to. Mike trying to figure out if he wants to go in the doors or not. Remember, you can only have 8 doors in a world, so none of those doors can kill you. 6 of them will lead to the same spot, 1 will lead to the target. Which he finds. Goes in that door, finds the end. Mike now with clear number 5. 1 minute to go. Is Beuca going to get the 6th clear? Can Mike come in and get a surprise 6th one before Beuca? Let's see what happens. Beuca's still falling. That pipe doesn't lead anywhere. Ooh, is Beuca stuck? He tried to go in the pipe, but it wouldn't take him anywhere. Beuca might be stuck. In this world... Oh, he finds the feather. Okay, he's got to get the feather. He's got to fly. Mike now in the same level or same 3D world that Beuca just cleared a second ago. Oh, 15 seconds. Is this the end? If Beuca can get this P-switch triggered. Oh, Beuca dies with 10 seconds left in the level. Oh no. If he had gotten that, it would have been over, but as you see, the timers hit 0. It ends tied 5-5. Bowser dies, Beuca gets the key, and there's the end of the level. Less than 10 seconds after the timers ran out. But it does appear that the players will have to go to overtime here. 2 rounds in a row of overtime. Much harder levels that time too. First round was 8-8 in terms of clears. Now it's 5-5. So you can see the variance these players are getting. A lot more troll levels, a lot more difficult levels that time around. That was about 1 level every 3 minutes. The first round was a level every under 2 minutes. So again, the players will go to the first level that neither of them has seen, and the first player to clear it will take round 2. Again, you know they're talking. Beuca's got to, again, let Mike know how far he got in the level list, because I think Beuca made it a level or 2 further. They're both going to play the level that Beuca has selected right now. There it is. Looks to be a 3D world level. 2% clear rate. Both players readying up. And we're off. Play has been hit. Both players entering the same level reach the goal after defeating all 16 spikes. Not at least, all. So you have to kill every single enemy in this. No immediate power-up available. Lots of spike balls coming through. Mike gets his first kill while Beuca dies on the right. Mike now with the second. Ooh, and Mike dies after killing 2. Beuca now with his first kill. With his second. Third. Mike now with 1 kill. Beuca with 4. Mike with 2. Mike dies again. Beuca with 5. There's 16 of them. There's plenty of chance for death in this level. Beuca's got 6. I think I'm counting right. 7. 8. Mike dies again. 9. Beuca's got 7 more if my count's right. 10. 6. Oh, falls in the hole, but nice wall jump to save it. Luckily, no spike ball coming down after him to kill him. I think that's 12. Mike's with 1 kill right now and dies again. 13. 14. 15. If Beuca gets this last kill without dying, it's over. He takes the second round. Beuca's got it. He gets the last kill. Mike never really got past the beginning of that level. Well done by both players, though. 2 straight rounds we had to go to overtime. This is a very even match. Congratulations to Beuca, though. He will win the overall score on the day. He's got 2 rounds in his favor. But remember, it will come down to points or rounds won in the event of a tie at the end of this. So if 2 players have the same win-loss percentage, it will come down to how many rounds you've won. So Mike's not playing for nothing here. He can still win this last one, and Beuca will only win 2-1 instead of 3-0. Beuca liking the level there. Very appreciative of the level that gave him his win. Did I misspeak there, Doomsday? I thought I had that. If win-loss is the same for both players, then points will be the tiebreaker. So what Doomsday said in chat is correct. For everyone that wants to know how the league works, whatever your win-loss is king. If you've won more players than someone else, you are ahead of them in the league. If you've won the same amount and lost the same amount, then you have the points that you would go to. So if you win 2-1 instead of 3-0, you would be ranked lower than someone who won all 3 of theirs at the end of this. If you take a look at the Division A standings, for example, you'll see that the 5 players tied up top have 3 points and 1 win. IPK is ranked lower than them because he's ranked 6th because he still has a win, but the points are tied because he only won 2 of his 3 rounds yesterday, not all 3. So the Division A standings are a good a good way to illustrate how the points can be used to break the ties. Both players setting up for round 3, though. Mike's still hovering on that 3D world level. Beuca set up with the next one, ready to go. Just waiting here. Not sure where Mike went. You can see even the camera was turned off. He's still on the previous level as well. Maybe just taking a little bit of a break. That's got to be rough mentally. Knowing you make it tie with Beuca twice in a row. Beuca, a very excellent player. Being able to tie him is no easy feat. Being so close twice in a row and losing on the tiebreak levels has to hurt. We'll see if Mike can redeem himself here in match 3, though. Beuca waiting patiently there. Normally, if you go to a Beuca stream, you'll see him singing or dancing something he's doing behind his hand there. Going around, looking at the level. Remember, both players are not... So Beuca right now, even though Mike's not available, is not allowed to go through and scroll through the list of levels, check and see what's coming up. You can't hit more info. You're not allowed to get any kind of tactical advantage over the other runner. Mike, you can see, was moving his level list on the left there a little bit, so you know he's still around. He's got the correct level up and ready to go. Beuca's hovering on play. I think he's ready to do it. Mike's camera's back. We're going into round 3. Good luck to both runners, and we'll see if we end up with a third straight overtime match. Pretty high clear rate for this one, 10% clear rate. Both very skilled runners. A 10% clear should be absolutely nothing for them to beat. We'll see if that's true. SMB1 shoe. Assuming there will be a boot level, or a boot in this level. Nice on-off switch speedrun. Nice staple of SMM2. Mike finding his way to that boot first. Beuca getting into it shortly after. Neither player deciding to yellow off to the right. Both going back to the left. And it takes them to absolutely nothing. Mike figures that out, goes to the right, makes his way to the checkpoint, finds another boot. Beuca very quickly behind, but keeps the boot. Ooh, Mike looking to see if he can cheese it, not going in that pipe. Beuca goes in the pipe and ends up right back at the start of the level. Mike makes the jump with the boot, but ends up stranded on the platform. Not really anywhere he can go there. Interesting level, not an obvious path for how to get through it. Okay, go in the door. Beuca finds his way to the boss fight. Mike immediately follows. Ooh, Mike loses his boot. He's gonna have to be careful. You may not need it after this, we'll see. Nope, you definitely need the boot if Beuca's screen is anything to go off of. Need the boot to hop across the spinies, across the fireballs. Mike tries it, jumps straight into it. Gotta keep the boot all through that Bowser fight. He's making his second attempt as Beuca has his first clear. Spin jump to victory. Don't be careless or you'll take a law bath. Looked like the description had a typo on that one. Nice spin jump SMW level though. Pretty standard format. Not a lot of jumping between stuff here. You see Mike finishes out that Bowser Jr. Let's see if he can get across the moving fireballs to tie it up. He does, and we know that door takes you straight to the goal. So Mike now with his first clear, all tied up. Beuca with a slight lead in levels, but same score for both players. Beuca deciding to skip over those bottom thwomps, doesn't need to spin jump across them. Taking his time, wants to make sure he gets through this level, especially once you're so far in. If you die, you've got to do that whole beginning part with the spiny going across that track again, and that's a significant time loss. Beuca smartly going in that door, resetting the piranha plant after missing it the first time. Mike now going through that slow section I talked about, gradually making his way across the spiny. Ooh, loses his mushroom and immediately falls in the lava. Beuca so far not died on this level. Nice one-shot attempt from him. And there's the commentator's curse. Immediately as I say that, falls straight into the lava right beneath the spiny. He does have a checkpoint though, so he is still ahead of Mike in the level. Oh, Beuca tries to race out that door, get past it, does not make it. Falls on the pipe, potentially could have saved it, but falls straight into the lava. Grabs the mushroom again, Beuca now with take 3. Mike approaching that checkpoint, he's still got the damage boost, doesn't need it. Now he needs it. Jumps without spinning. Remember, the level title is Perilous Spin Jumps, so you know you're going to be spinning just about everywhere in this level. Mike finds the same piranha Beuca did. Beuca now at his furthest point in the level. Makes his way across the spinies this time. There's the final bridge. Bowser Jr., you don't have to fight. And Beuca with his second clear. Mike now a few jumps away from the end. Let's see if he can clear this first try. 1 spiny, 2 jumps. Skips the third one. Nice easy jumps here. He's got a damage boost. No problem. Mike catches up nicely for his second clear. Beuca just starting his third level as Mike finishes his second. Not a lot of difference in the players here, and that matches up with what we've seen so far. We had round 1, 8 clears to 8 clears. Beuca takes it with a tiebreaker in overtime. Second round, 5 clears to 5 clears. Beuca takes it in overtime. I'm noticing a theme here.
Oh no!
Pretty difficult jump there. If you're going to land on that spiny, that's going to be pretty precise to not hit those spikes around it. If you can skip over it, though, you might be able to get to that next Koopa and not have to deal with it. As he does there. Beuca skips that spiny, makes it to the goal, 3 clears in 10 minutes. A lot of spinning here, a lot of spin jumps in the last level. Basically only spin jumps in this level. Mike goes for the spiny jump. Can't quite get it either. That's a very precise jump to get between those spikes. This is essentially best of 3, but it's 1 point for every round that you take in the league. As you see Mike get his third clear on the left there, while Beuca is dealing with a nice ping pong level on the right. So while Beuca has technically won the match against Mike so far, points will be used as a tiebreaker later. So it's important to play all 3 of these out. Ooh, Beuca now dealing with some Bowser Fire. Basically gotta hope RNG is in his favor. There's no dodging ability here. If one of those fire blasts comes straight at his face, he's dead. There's no way around it. Mike trying to find some cheese in the level, doesn't want to play this, but can't quite do it. Beuca manages to survive the room, finds the Bowser killing section, hits the POW, gets the key. That seems like cheese. You were definitely supposed to kill the Bowser with that POW's raining from the top that you're supposed to use for the munchers here. Definitely helped kill the Bowser. Beuca hits 2 at once. Not a problem though. Gets it. Nice damage boost. Mike now onto the Bowser killing section. We'll see if he has the same usage of the POWs. Does not look like it. He's going to keep using that clown car to kill it. It's a little bit of a slower Bowser kill. Beuca with a nice pipe taking him straight to the end. You can see the goal. Beuca lands on it. Clear number 4. Alright, Mike getting his second key. Passing. Oh, he's gonna kill the Boom Boom. He's not going in the pipe. Gets the kill, doesn't die to it. Should be a pretty straightforward ending now. Fall down, grab the coins, and we're done. Nice. Mike now with the next clear. Beuca with a nice 3D world level with a Boom Boom. Essentially just a time waster, this boom boom. You gotta wait for it to move around, bounce off stuff like that. Not really much you can do. Can't get back in that pipe either, so no resetting the room if you mess it up somehow. Mike now getting to that same boom boom fight Beuca just did. Beuca now with a fun builder suit. He's got the damage boost if he needs it. He can kill the boos. Probably has to get the keys here. Finds one. Ooh, and takes a hit. Are there more builder suits or no? If there's not, he's out of luck. He can't kill the boos. Oh, wrong key door. It's just pick a key door at the end of it. Beuca's gonna search around, see if he can find the next one. Can't find another builder suit to find another key, though. The one key he found was in that boo in the top right. Mike now coming into the section with the builder suit. We'll see if he can do it. Immediately loses the builder suit, though. Beuca goes back through the clear pipe, grabs the builder suit. Mike checking the question blocks, but he's not going to find the key there, I don't think. Beuca's checked most of them. Alright, Beuca back to killing the boos. Hoping that he didn't just pick the wrong one and he's out of luck. He's hoping there's a second key somewhere. And there's no guarantee there was. You don't have both. I have my doubts that another key will be here, but he's checking, doing his due diligence. Mike decides it's not worth his time. It's probably not worth Beuca's either, because I think he used that key up. He will have to start over. And there is no checkpoint in this level. It is a clear condition level, meaning checkpoints are not even allowed to be put in. Beuca, now in a soft lock, knows he can't progress. He knows it's not worth his time to do the entire course over either. So now both players with 4 clears, Mike with a slight lead in terms of level knowledge. Looks like a nice speedrun, SMW. Lots of spikes around, but not the most dangerous spikes in the world either. Lots of semi-solids above them. Ooh, and he gets distracted by what looks like pixel art. There's nothing up there. No way out. Looks like you have to go down and to the right, which he figures out potentially too late. 1 second left as he goes through the pipe. It's too late. Mike knows he messed up. He's got to start over. Alright, Mike starts again. Beuca very quickly finding out he has to go down and to the right. Still 14 seconds left. Nice dodge of that thwomp. Nice spin jump onto the spinies. Very quickly figuring out what he has to do, even without the indicators to tell him. Pretty traditional on-off section here. Nicely dodging the munchers. 1 second left. Nice jump into the goal. Beuca gets clear number 5. Mike starts over again, back at the beginning. It's a 30-second level, but these speedrun levels can be a trap. Sometimes they're actually very difficult, and while you could clear it in 30 seconds, it's not always the easiest thing to do. Mike choosing not to use the trampolines, trying to get through quicker. He's actually in that second pipe quicker than Beuca was by about a second. Nice spin jump onto the spinies. Let's see if he can do this on-off section just as nicely as Beuca did. Beuca with some difficult P-switch jumps there. Got a nice Kaizo training level here. Nice shellmet for safety. Gotta do a shell jump off the wall.
Oh, no.
As you see Mike get his 5th clear on the left. Beuca taking a death on the right though. He's back at the beginning of... Gives Mike a little bit of time to catch up. Goes in that door off the P-switch again, taking his 2nd attempt at this. Oh, just decides to wall jump off the spikes. Doesn't even want to do it. Doing a little frustrated dance there on the right. Beuca knows he could have had that jump if he made it. Didn't decide to run with full momentum though. Not even bothering with the shell jump, just purely wall jumping. We'll see what Mike does. Is he going to do it or not? Actual shell jump? Oh, Beuca can't quite make it. This might be a triple jump you have to do to make it to the door. Mike is sticking with it though. He's determined to get the shell jump down. Beuca may do the wall jump again. Mike tries to spin jump off it, doesn't quite get the height he needs. Oh, Beuca gets the shell jump this time, so he's got the damage boost on these spikes if he needs it. Makes it in that door without it. Nice work by Beuca. Oh, and that shellmet came in handy. He did not ground pound stall, but was able to get it. Mike is just behind him, though, not far behind at Beuca goes in that final door, puts him on the flagpole, as Mike does the exact same thing. Under 2 minutes to go, both players with their 6th clear right there. This is the type of stuff we live for. We had 2 rounds where it was absolutely tied up. We had to go to overtime. We're under 2 minutes left, and both these players are entering their 7th level at the exact same time. This is what we love to see in these types of things. There's more than enough time to clear it. There's more than a minute and a half, so you know that the time left on the clock is more than the world record. Let's see if either player can actually get it. Both players running across that platform, doing the exact same maneuver to wall jump and land just shy of the thwomp. Both players taking a death as they yellow off the platform. This is very, very evenly. Like, watching both players, it's almost like watching one of them as a recording of the other. Beuca takes it nice and slow this time. Mike takes a bit more of the first approach, not deciding to change it at all. Beuca finds a damage boost, but loses it. Let's see, does he start over? He does not. He takes a death to the boo. He knows where the damage boost is there. He's dancing. He's got 45 seconds left. I think he can make it. He knows the damage boost. He just has to run it, and he can make it to the end. Triggers the thwomp nicely. Mike doing the same thing. Both players spin jumping up the thwomp. Beuca falling down. 30 seconds to go. Mike knows he can yellow over the boos. Oh, he gets Kaizo blocked and dies to the boo that came out. Oh, Mike got so close to the 7th clear. Now Beuca's got a shot. There's 20 seconds left. Is he going to be able to make it to the end? He's got the damage boost. 12 seconds. Is he going to hit the same thing? He does. 8. Can he make it to the end? He doesn't. No, both players die to the flying boo. We're going 3rd straight time. Wow. This is one of the most intense matches possible. I cannot believe that. Great work by both players to get here. Round 1, we had an 8-8 tie. Round 2, we had a 5-5 tie. Round 3, we have a 6-6 tie. This could not be more evenly matched. Both players determined to beat this level now. I think both of them are salty about that Kaizo block. Beuca getting the clear, but it's going to be too late. We're doing this again. Alright, let's see if Mike can take one. Beuca's 2 for 2 in overtime scenario. Mike may be able to take one. Oh, Beuca even gets the world record on that one. Small consolation prize, but he does have to play the overtime level. That's actually a little lower of a clear rate than I thought. Beuca only has the 2nd clear on that level, so it was around a 0.5% clear rate before that. Lil Bowser Castle, SMB1. 10% clear rate, 31-second world record. Medium length level for this series, decently high clear rate. Both players should be able to get there pretty quickly. This is by far one of the most fair races possible, and it's impossible to have more overtime. We got 3 straight. This could not be a longer match. 15 minutes of 3 rounds plus 3 overtimes. Alright, both players taking off. Looks like a pretty traditional SMB1 cast. Lots of fire bars, mushroom at the start. Dry bone shell, not usual. Both players not seeing it, jumping over it, deciding, no, I'm flame proof, but finding out that that's not the actual case here. Mike deciding to skip that power up every time. Beuca skips it this time, did not last time, but Mike is taking the dry bone shell. Beuca did not manage to make it past the fire bar and get to the shell. Mike into the subworld. And remember, this is a 30-second clear rate. Mike's about 20 seconds in. Gets 1 hit on Bowser Jr. Beuca manages to keep his dry bone shell. Thinks he has to kill the boo. Does not have it. Mike takes a death to the Bowser Jr. on the left. He was 1 hit away from getting... Oh, Beuca tries to get the ground pound with the dry bone shell off. That would have insta-killed Bowser Jr., but not quite able to do it. And Beuca takes a death 1 hit away. This is absolutely evenly matched players. Both of them get 2 hits on a Bowser Jr. and a Clown Car, and both of them die to a shell coming out of it for the 3rd hit. This is absolutely tied up. All right, Beuca using that Podobo to get up there with the Dry Bone Shell. He keeps it. Is he going to be able to ground pound? Mike's back at the beginning of the level. Beuca's definitely got the advantage here. Oh, doesn't quite get the ground pound off. It just hits Bowser Jr. There's 2 hits. He's still got the damage boost. There's 3. Out the exit pipe as Mike gets back to the key door. Beuca in the door. Is this the end? There's a thwomp. Beuca nicely ducks to dodge the hit there. Still has a damage boost. Can just run right through that Bowser at the end. That mushroom at the end saving the day. Beuca with his 7th clear and the overtime win. 3 for 3. Good game to both players. This was by far one of the most evenly matched things possible. You saw it there. Both players even had a chance to win the overtime match. Mike got there. Oh, almost gets the consolation clear. Dies to Bowser at the end of it. Both players got to Bowser Jr. Both players got there. Could not make the clear. But that'll do it. Beuca has 3 wins to Mike's 0 in 3 overtime matches. Congratulations to Beuca. Thank you guys for joining in. I've been John Wayne, and the next match will be up very shortly. Thanks, guys.